Hello everybody, welcome to Subarashiki Hibi. Today we are going to be reading more degenerative stuff about Asumi, and obviously I just want to let you realise that Subarashiki Hibi has gone from a story that is about the disgusting depths of humanity in terms of not only delusion but bullying and isolation and all of the things that surrounded Takuji. It's gone from that to showing the results of how the bullied and the vulnerable, when they rise up and they rebel, how they treat the people who are then vulnerable to them. And this is an example of that, and my god, it's just so interesting to think about the fact that, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I get that it's really damn sad and it's very, very degenerative. I can't feel any remorse or any sympathy for Kiyokawa now, because she's brought this in on herself. But I could at the beginning, but it was her fault for giving into lust and not turning back at the most important moment, i.e. the conversation with her and the other person of her family, let's just say that. Yeah. Now she's a total degenerative person, and all Subarashiki Hibi has been for like the past maybe 4 hours of reading is just the game trying to get the reader to fap, let's be honest here. Oh my god, I really just said that. But it is though! It seriously is! I mean, they have put so much porn in this last... in the last episode. There was so much I've had to censor, and it's just that reoccurring theme of Subarashiki Hibi trying to make disgusting situations as arousing as possible, so the reader, they just feel as if they really hate themselves, and obviously they feel that they really hate themselves for getting provoked to the scene, and I think that just furtherly adds to the emotional conflict you'd feel. But then again, I mean, there are some scenes where that applies, but some scenes where it doesn't, because, I mean, for example, the scene with Takuji and the bullies, if you ask me, they did try to make that arousing. They did genuinely try, but the only thing is I thought that was so disgusting that I never could have got into that at all. No way. Yeah, but it's tricky. I don't like that they do that, but at the same time, because the visual novel is so psychological, I suppose it's reasonable. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this. Let's just get a bit of context before we read Subarashiki Hibi trying to make the viewer, oh, you know what. Well, H scene, basically. That's what we've got. Right. Oh my god, I just genuinely find it so funny to... Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I forgot about that. Ugh. Yeah, and I mean, I think if that doesn't just show how driven on by euphoria she is. I don't mean the eroge, I mean the emotion. Yeah. Or maybe be a good human being. That's something that could potentially be like that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I like that analogy. I like that the song, it sounds monotonous, I won't deny that, but at the same time it has a sort of childish feel to it. I don't really know, it sounds like it's a childish feeling song, and yet it just feels a little bit empty inside, and I don't really get that, but I like the childish feeling. It really shows the nature of Asumi at the moment. Funny that she sees a long tunnel. Does she see light at the end of it, though? I mean, yeah, I suppose time's passing really slowly. The tunnel in reality is really quite small, i.e. it's the window from you being in the air to you being on the ground and injured. I don't think she will. I slammed against the ground and let out a rather stupid voice. Wait, hang on a sec. I just want to get even more context. Wait, so... Oh my god, yeah, I completely forgot about it. So she was going up the hill and then she goes down that very hill that she went up, and then she just feels so taken back by the euphoria. She pedals faster and faster with such a lack of consideration for her safety. I mean, seriously, she does nothing to look after herself, really, especially because of the fact that she is a biker on the road. She doesn't care. I mean, she's literally doing public nudity at the moment. Of course she wouldn't care, but still, you get what I mean. Yeah, that's a key line there. Yeah, only if they're naked. You have all of the realistic reasons as to why she should stop, and then you have her rebelliousness. Yeah, it's a detachment to the rules that govern society and the rules that, when followed, maintain safety, really. Yeah. I slammed against the ground and let out a rather stupid voice. Following my crash landing was the dull sound of something breaking upon impact a ways ahead of me. I can see stars. God. That's genuinely impressive. Huh? It doesn't hurt as much as I thought it did. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. Oh my god. As the world came back into focus a few seconds later, I realised that I didn't feel much physical pain despite my dramatic fall. Genuinely impressive. Upon looking around, I found that I had landed on somebody's lawn. Jesus Christ, I feel bad for whoever's lawn this is. That explains why the ground was so soft. God, I'm genuinely impressed she didn't have anything really bad happen to her. And once I looked up, I saw that the old lady's bike was bent in half. Wow, the wheel looks like a heart now. The damage looked appropriate for a head-on clash against a solid wall. Jesus Christ, yeah, reasonable. It's genuinely impressive that she wasn't harmed by this. Seriously. Yeah, she came out without a scratch. I was tossed into the air far enough that for a moment I thought I could see lands beyond the naked eye's perception. God. Is this a miracle? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, isn't that funny? She is a total slave to him. She really is. Yes, it was a miracle brought about by Mamiya-sama, the person who ruined her life. And I just find it so weird to think about the fact that this person was a genuine human being beforehand, and well, now look at where she is. It was an act of mercy, a miracle formulated after all that was foreseen, since I was granted that bike, right? But to be fair, I do kind of get what she means in the fact that it was really abnormal that even though she has completely fallen off her bike, that has been going such a fast speed that it has quite literally bent the bike when it has collided into the wall. I do think it is very unusual that she hasn't had any injuries. I mean, it could be just a ridiculous coincidence, but I think that's very unlikely. To be honest, I can actually kind of see where she's coming from, and that's the worst thing. I don't want to support her derangement, no way. It's just it actually makes sense. Otherwise, I would not have been in a perfectly unharmed condition like I am now. I know, I think it is very weird that she is in an unharmed condition. Oh, my saviour, thank you, thank you. I clapped my hands together and played in all sincerity as I headed towards the school. This was a phenomenon that reason could not explain. A miracle. Yeah, and isn't that funny, because that's just going to increase your belief in this mess. A flurry of emotions brought out hot, uncontrollable tears. How could such a generous being exist? How could such a manipulated being exist? That's my question. To live up to to live up to such a noble heart. Ah yes, the noble heart that makes it so that somebody feels genuinely unsafe, so much so that they have to destroy their family to even become safe. And obviously their entire personality themselves, can't forget about that. To ensure the salvation of I who had suffered. Jesus Christ, I must abide by the Saviour's word. Mamiya-sama is repulsed by teachers, evil beings. Yet I, a teacher, was given a trial as a chance to be saved. I was even protected from harm by a miracle brought about by him. That's the worst thing. I don't really understand why she hasn't been harmed whatsoever. I must be sure to abide. Jesus, what is somebody like that going to make her do? Genuinely. Anything could be done. He really, really could use her in the worst possible ways. I mean, he already has, kind of, but obviously it hasn't been directly to her. I must be sure to abide by the Saviour's word from now on. This is an obligation, something that should be carried out as someone who was safe. Yeah. I cast aside my profession as a teacher as part of his word. Jesus, yep. I even cast aside my livelihood as a teacher. Yep, ruined your job and your family as well when I cast aside my role as a daughter of two wicked parents. And isn't it funny that she feels anybody with a normal worldview is totally evil? God, it's just impressive how it's possible to brainwash somebody this much. It really is. But this is what fear does to somebody. What was it Riruru said? Like it's a reckless monster and it beckons the worst possible outcome? Those who desire salvation must cast aside all that they have known before. Yeah, no, I totally see that. And that's the most evil thing about this. Those who desire, I mean, it's not just her. There are so many people who must ruin their lives in order to meet these ridiculous demands. and people who will do it because they will act on fear. Yet I, unable to fully abandon my lingering sentiment towards this world, was reminded all the more of the truth by the compassion of Mamiya-sama. That's right, I can understand everything now. So the last thing to do was... Do you have the resolve to cast... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I already know what's coming. Cast aside everything? Of course I do. Oh my god, no! Wait, I'll throw away my humanity away completely. Please watch on from the shining perch of this... Oh no, no, I kind of get what she's going to do. She's going to do something here that an animal would do. I mean, yeah, you're quite literally doing it on a lawn. You are doing it on property that an animal could do something like this on. I don't know. Please watch on from the shining perch of this ark. Please watch me, my saviour. Yeah, watch this sad young woman completely destroy away her humanity. Well, to be fair, I think, let's be honest here, after the incident with her father, she had no humanity. She lost it the second she made the decision to make him unconscious. Oh god, here we go. Become lower than a human. This must mean to throw away humanity as I once knew it. Yeah. Oh god, that's my cue to turn off the audio. Oh god, so she's... This is an unusual soundtrack that's playing. Okay, I'll turn the audio on for this because I wanted to just reread, why not? This is the worst thing. She feels as if she has genuinely been saved. I think it might be likely that Takeshi has actually saved her. But the only thing is, obviously, in a deluded mindset, this is awful. An awful thing to happen. This is a very unusual song. Sounds very eerie. Sounds painful. Well, I suppose if you wanted to interpret it like that, you must do a lot to get that quote-unquote nobility, i.e. completely ruin your stance as a human being and how deluded, and just become so deluded from what you have done that you can genuinely accept this. It may be noble to you, but it's a big salvation. Sacrifice. But also, I mean, you've also got to think about the fact that we haven't seen what Takeshi is going to do to Kiyokawa yet. Let's be honest, I feel like they are going to use her. I feel like because she has obviously done what she's done, she will be made into a slut, let's be honest here. It's a very, really odd soundtrack, this, and there are so many different moods. It feels like it's action-packed, it feels like it's peaceful. To be honest, it really feels like a track that you'd hear at the end of days, where there is no turning back. Those vocals are so weird. That's actually really interesting to think about the fact that Takuji's truth has made it so that the parts that she may have been able to still, well, just parts of the real world and not her deluded fantasy, that obviously Takuji's really encouraging, parts of the real world would, you know, I think you could reasonably say that. Yeah. Parts of the real world weren't fully able to be abandoned by her. I mean, of course, she's been living for her entire life within this real reality, of course. It wouldn't be easy to fully abandon it. So what Takuji does is one more miraculous thing is shown just so that she has a full idea of how, obviously, she should increase having faith in Takuji, but also how she should lose faith in the world around her. It's so interesting, that. And what I find even worse is the fact that this is not somebody from a traumatized background. This is not somebody that had anything bad going on in their life. It's just fear that has happened over a short period of time. I mean, fear changes people. I think you can see that from here. Yeah, you're not exactly doing this in private, are you? What? Oh my fucking god. Oh, yep, time to... There we are. Oh my fucking god, she's really doing it. So she's basically... Isn't it funny to think about the fact that she's not doing it in a place that nobody can see? She's not doing these tasks to the bare minimum. She is doing them to her best of ability. And I think that just really shows that she's not only doing them for, obviously, the following the obligation of the saviour, but she's doing it because she has genuinely developed a high from this. And she enjoys doing it. And she enjoys that feeling of risk and... Well, just... She enjoys what puts people in jail, basically. Oh my fucking god. You are such a loser. Of course she's doing this in fucking public as well. God, could you imagine if somebody was just walking by and then they saw... No, sorry, let me say heard this. It was an obscene act committed despite the watching eyes of the crowd. Yes, seriously. It was something considered criminal and unlawful by this society. Yeah, and isn't it funny how detached she has become? Yeah. And it was something that could provoke irrepressible lust and some... Yeah, reasonable. Yep, she's definitely going for it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, and isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that this kind of is what an animal would do. They do stuff like this without restraint. They wouldn't care where they were. She has totally thrown away her humanity. Right, okay then. Hey, is that... Whoa, what the hell is this? Oh no. What's gonna go on? Foolish men found themselves lured by my captivating voice. Yeah, I'm sure they thought of some poor abused girl as they saw me. Yeah. Well, the thing is, she's not even drunk on alcohol, she's drunk on emotions. Or perhaps they thought I was some drunk, vulgar woman. How about coming for a closer look rather than coming up with arbitrary conclusions? But what would you gain from a closer look? Oh, Jesus. Quite the high and mighty attitude for a bunch of hypocrites who really want to gawk all day. Yeah, but isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that this, I mean, look at how distorted her impression of the opposite sex has become as a result of everything that she has done. I mean, even though she is obviously, well, she's non-consensually done you know what to a man, even though that's the case, it's still completely rewritten how she views men, and it's really odd. Yeah, so I suppose that people... it's just really quite funny to think about the fact that she feels these people want to look at people like this every single day. So, but the only thing is, it's as if they're being dishonest to themselves when they're looking at a person like this, and like that old woman who stopped on her bicycle just thinking, there is something seriously wrong here. Are you okay? Yeah. And of course, somebody who has lost all humanity would never be able to understand a basic human instinct like that. Come on, I bet you want to get a better look, but... oh, Jesus Christ. I think if I was watching this, I mean, obviously you'd have to call the police, but... I'd just laugh. Actually, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. If it was Kiyokawa, I would, but if it was anyone actual and real, no way. There's supposed to be some AV public shoot? What is AV, I wonder? Whoa, lucky me. Fair enough. Human Nature 101. There was no turning back. Oh yeah, I love that they emphasise that. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there was no turning back, and I had no intention to do so anyway. In the past, I wouldn't have been able to bear disgrace and would have pitifully it would be traumatising in the past, yeah. Oh, but the only thing is, in the past you weren't completely deluded and you haven't been manipulated severely by not only fear, but Mamiya Takuji as well. Yep, and look at what this woman has become. But now I've grown to the point where being seen doesn't scare me away. Rather, it excites me. Yeah, totally. And look at that. Look at that. This is addiction. This is addiction combined with derangement and... yeah, well, I shouldn't say derangement because that's a little bit far. Mental instability, and yeah, look at how much that excitement is going to encourage everything that she does. There's no turning back, like she said. And if anything, she wants to go deeper. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No, not like that. She wants to go deeper down into the limits of where she can go and what she can do, rather than go back out. Okay then. Well, yeah, no shit. But at this point, I completely thrown away everything. And that's why my mind and body were ablaze. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a bit of a complicated question. What's wrong with you? A pair of too brave. No, that's not right. They were simply perverted men who called out to me with a trace of concern in their voices. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Now it's the case that she is modifying everything that is going on in order to have some sort of relation to her. She's modifying the truth, and she's feeling as if... Yeah, you don't know this is the case, and if it is, I mean, that's bad, but at the same time, I mean, just totally distorted in terms of your impression of other people, probably as a result of how perverted she's been, really. You want me to bring you some water? Isn't it just insane to think about the fact that a human being can go from a teacher in a week to this? It's just so odd to think about the fact that this is the same person. Right, okay then. Oh. Jesus Christ. She really is becoming a complete slut, let's be honest here. This is something most people are aware of. It's nothing new by now. Oh. And then maybe you aren't. Then it would make sense for you to be also engrossed by this. Pitiful. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, she thinks Takuji is kind and that Takuji is a noble soul. You don't know what kindness means, I don't think. Well then, How about I grace you with my kindness? Well, yeah, fair enough. Today I lost my virginity. Oh my... She's saying this in public. Oh no. Wait, I want to hear the reactions of the other people. I just want to see her get slandered totally. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you see it? Oh my God. What the genuine fuck? Oh my God, can you just... Oh God. I began to tell my tale of... Oh my God, like a person telling tales of the glory days of their youth. Dude, it happened a few hours ago. Maybe not even 2 hours ago. Who knows? I had recollected my wholeheartedly delightful experience. Nonchalantly, as if the tearing apart of the ties I had with my beloved parents was not worth brooding. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a bit concerning. And isn't it interesting to think about the fact that now she is in the mindset of everything is most convenient for me and I will not care about the severe amount of damage what satisfying myself is causing, i.e. the family of her parents. Right. Yeah, seriously. If that's true, it's really bad, huh? Oh my fucking God, shut up. Right. Yeah, isn't that interesting? She feels as if the gazes are caressing her. That's a bit weird, but at the same time it feels as if she's so caught up on the euphoria of not only having attention, but having people looking at her and watching her and, well, maybe enjoying her as well if they're messed up and they are like her. In other words, they have lost their humanity and they feel as if pleasure comes before literal human justice. That's probably what she feels. She just feels as if everything is like her and everybody wants to see this and everybody who sees it is getting off. No, that's not the case whatsoever. It's just your distorted view. Oh my fucking God. Oh God, that is disgusting. Can I just say that, I mean, what went up, what went in the hole, it was literally wrapped in a fucking sandwich wrapper. Oh God, it's ugly. But I mean, yeah, I just think it's so funny how there are some details you leave out. And a pen. You technically had sex with a pen. Like, seriously. Right. Oh god, this is so unhinged. You were a virgin, right? Were you in pain? Why does he want to know? Oh yes, how romantic. It did hurt a lot. You really just said, but I love my father. What are you on? I mean, this is the really funny thing. She is so delirious that she feels as if she could do something like that. Well, no, she's not delirious. Yes, she is delirious, but like the reason why she feels this is because of the manipulation, and then obviously a lack of common sense has obviously strengthened this manipulation. But yeah. Ah, yes. Doing something like that non-consensually is something you do to someone you love. I mean, what the hell? Yeah. Asumi is... Oh god, it's just... It's ugly. It really is ugly. And I do wonder what, with these people, I wonder what will happen when they realise their delusions. Well, their ideas are delusions and their desires are completely nonsensical. I do wonder what will happen. Yeah. Excitement dominated me as I told of my experience. Oh god. With my, you know what. Oh my god. Yeah, isn't it just really funny to think about the fact that she is becoming a total slut? I mean, this is the definition of a slut, seriously. Well, to be fair, she's not being asked for money, but, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly very legal what she's doing. It is basically something a slut would do. Or at least it feels like something a slut would do. Obviously, if you were actually in that business and it was illegal in the country you were doing it in, you probably wouldn't be advertising your services in public like this. I mean, it's ridiculous. Well, this visual novel is ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous. Oh, God. Oh my god, I can't believe the fact that these employees... Okay, to be fair, I thought that with Kiyokawa she was thinking... I think she was feeling that some of them were concerned, I think. Some of them had a reasonable outlook and they saw a literal person lying naked on the ground, and then they realised that... well, who she has had sex with, and then they realised how unacceptable it was. She probably has had the police called on her already by those people who thought it was questionable. But I just genuinely can't believe that some people are seeing a woman who is literally, well, they're literally playing with themselves in public, and yet they're talking and they're trying to get information and they're trying to have conversation. But isn't it funny? They would have never done it if it wasn't for the body that she is presenting herself with. It's just funny how bodies can make people listen. When I say that, I mean dead bodies, but also in this situation, more alive bodies. Hey, what position did you have your first time? Right. Jesus. The sudden insult from that young man tugged at my heart and made me feel really good. Jesus. I'm by nature a timid person, but I'm definitely not a masochist. Yeah, that trembling pleasure there, it must be because of the paradoxical blessings I've received. Yes, now I can understand. Now I can understand also noises like this. I understand something. What's the next dialogue? Her having pleasure. I mean, yeah, I don't really think she's in the most rational of headspaces, don't you? What if I were to have some strangers? Oh my fucking god, I'm not finishing that line. Jesus Christ, she really is getting off to just basically anything. Now she's fantasizing while also doing it. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Oh, God. Heat rose from within me. The trembling began, and this is the funny thing, so did the end of my restraint. So she's doing all of this, and yet she thinks she has restraint. What? Oh, the restraint to not do the certain thing. I.e. nod. Well, she's really shaking. Oh boy, the white flashes of doom. Yeah, you're making about 500 decibels while doing so as well. Jesus Christ, shut up. Oh my the onlookers mortified, it seems. At that moment, something big burst inside me. It was the despicable binds restraining my heart that yearned for the heights above. Since birth. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I suppose since birth you've been born and you've been raised by reasonable people who have given you restraints, sure. But the only thing is those are for your own good, and those are so that you can make a favourable and acceptable position in society. And the wave that gushed forward and filled my momentarily empty heart was the greatest refresher. God, yeah, and isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that she feels she has an empty heart, one that has been completely blinded by restraint, when she doesn't. The thing to make it so that her empty heart is filled is, well, coming, basically. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I think that really foreshadows things, unfortunately. Yeah, totally. Yeah, this was ecstasy, an experience beyond anything I'd felt in my life. Yeah, and that's the worst thing. Yeah, and these are how sex addictions really, really start. An exhilarating sensation that felt like I was flying higher and higher. It's funny that she's taken no drugs, and yet it really just feels like she has. I've finally become free. No longer qualified. Yeah, qualified to be a fucking slut, no one else. No longer qualified to be a teacher. No longer qualified to be a human. I find it really interesting to think about the fact that she labels herself with this so backward, in such a backward way. Because what Takuji's plot has done is it really has distorted her way of viewing the world. I get that maybe that, even if that way of viewing the world is the objectively correct way, it's not right, because we spend our lives trying to build up the way we view the world in terms of our upbringing and our surroundings. To completely deny the way we view the world is to deny our upbringing and all of the things our lives have stood for. Because I suppose if you think about it, the reason why our lives have meaning is because people in this incomplete reality, they assign meaning to them. So you, in the complete reality, may have meaning, but it may be totally opposite to the other side of the coin. And then again, I mean, I really do wonder if you could think that the complete Earth and the incomplete Earth, maybe the incomplete Earth feels the opposite maybe the incomplete Earth's views on people that have the potential to go to the complete Earth after Tsui no Soda, they're totally the opposite. And I just wonder if they could be the opposite of people from the world after the Tsui no Soda, and how they would view the others who were really, really old and who were constantly caged up and never allowed to move from restraints of humanity. Like, it's really tricky to think, but these restraints are in there for reasons, and sometimes they aren't, and usually when there aren't any restraints, this is what happens. Not this, but crime happens because people just don't see where to stop, and maybe they even can't. A lot of psychopathy, or I don't know, love related crime, or just crime in general, or don't know, sexual offenders, I suppose. A lot of things. No longer qualified to be a human. Congratulations, Asumi. You can no longer qualify yourself to be a human, and yet at the same time, you can be so proud of yourself. God. What is she? Oh no. No, is she licking? You are so disgusting. What do you think, Mamiya-sama? Is this to your liking? Whoa. I think an ambulance comes first. Something's off with her eyes. Hang on a second, what's actually going on? Huh? That's weird. Why is everyone making such a fuss? Ah, yes, this is... Hey, what block is this? I'm pretty sure it's the 5th. Damn, I don't know. After my days, the first thing to come into sight was the men in a flurry, moving about as if they themselves woke up and were now responding to a critical situation. That's actually really quite unusual. Isn't it interesting she's saying they have woken up and they have realised the critical situation in which the world is in? Another way of imposing views. Well, I find it really quite funny to think about the fact that this is basically her imposing her view of the fact that the world should be ending within a few days' time. I think it's July the 16th at the moment, so really not that many to go. But at the same time... What was I going to say? Sorry, I'm really tired, so I keep on forgetting on what I'm talking about. Well, they have woken up. As if they have somehow... Well, it's funny that in the real world, it's as if everybody has been sleeping. There are so many points of language that really just emphasise how taken back she is by Takagi and how brainwashed she is. Well, yeah, you did, no shit, but at the same time, I really do wonder if what she was seeing was different to what everybody else was seeing. And their attitudes took a sudden shift towards another direction. Like they were trying to... Oh god, that's dangerous. Hypocrite. That word immediately came to mind. Hey, get out of my way. My mind was still hazy. I stood up, pushed away the man that was blocking my path, and bolted. Oh god, totally, yeah. Yeah, the police would arrest me without questioning all my naked glory if they were to show up. The cops, the organisation put in place to maintain the order of this society. Yeah, isn't that funny? You're trying to be beings that are so special and so revolutionary, and yet you are still confined to the rules of this world. Makes you question the extent of how well these people really are in terms of power. Just one of the numerous giant organisations hindering our actions. And on top of that, a doctor? Don't take me for a fool. I really do wonder what could happen. No, I don't think it's that. It's something that is emergency related. Something related to her eyes, unusually. I don't know what it could be. I mean, I get that she literally nutted, but at the same time, I don't really understand what's so awful that she would need to have the ambulance called on her, trying to subdue me with drugs. How vile can you get? Yeah, they were calling the ambulance, and yet she thinks that. Total paranoia. These people don't work to be in normal society. Also, by the way, can I just say, says the literal rapist. Yeah, you can't fucking talk. You do not know the word vile's meaning. because you are worse than nearly anybody you will meet. It's just as our Saviour says, this world of depravity is filled with false kindness. Well, so's your world. It's just, this is the thing, all of these things are said in what? They're said in such ways that make them perceived as similar to objective fact. It's filled with false kindness. That is a fact, it's a statement. And yet at the same time, the statement is fully biased because of the fact that it's completely influenced with everything that Takuji has told them. It's interesting that the state of the complete Earth and the state of the incomplete Earth, they completely contradict and reverse each other. This isn't a joke. This isn't a joke at all. Yeah, and isn't that interesting? There's the urgency that also plays a role in tying her faith. I don't want to be dragged down along with this world's ruin. This isn't a joke at all. I was lost within myself and sprinted out of there at full speed, not even aware of what direction I was headed. Well, I mean, ironically, the sign says Tsugaku. I don't know what that last part says, but that literally means commute to school. Yeah, a good way she is lined up in, and also ironically, she could tie this, she could make some sort of ridiculous excuse and interpretation in order to rationalise events. She could think, I'm here, I didn't even know which direction to go in, and yet I ended up in the direction that would lead me to Takuji. Obviously it's something that he has intervened with. I must strengthen my faith as a result of this. The thing is, this restricts your creative thinking so much, and you feel that everything has an answer. And Takuji is the answer. My only thought being to get out of there at once. Oh my god, what are you on? This place harbours nothing but a gathering of ill will. It's scary. And isn't it interesting, ill will for her, but in the world of the incomplete world, I mean, how can you say that's ill will? They were calling an ambulance for someone who looked genuinely sick. It seems. That's not a bad thing. If anything, that's a rather good thing. That's why I must hurry, even if the asphalt cuts into my feet. I must hurry back to my beloved saviour. Dude, you should just try to fuck him at the moment. I mean, my god. What I'm just trying to say is you are so sycophantic that it's like you're fucking him anyway. You just do anything that you'd even do that. I must hurry back to my beloved saviour. Please save me. Lead me to salvation. Oh shit, what's now? Oh, here we go. I so hope Takuji rejects her. That would be so funny. After all this time, after all that you've ruined, you can't. No way. I mean, that would actually be really quite amusing, just to see the severe level of reaction that that Kiyokawa would have. Hello everybody, welcome back to Subarashiki. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, but that was really quite something just there. It was interesting just seeing a little bit more of what we... just more reinforcements of what we already knew about Kiyokawa, and obviously seeing that situation in public. I think the most beneficial thing today was... well, I say today because even though there is going to be another part of this video, it will be continued tomorrow when I have got more sleep. I don't even know how I've been able to play this for an hour, to be honest. I mean, I've only got 3 hours of sleep and I've had a shift. I don't know how. But, yeah. We'll check it out tomorrow, see what we can find. And, yeah, maybe we're going to see what's going to happen to Kiyokawa as well. I really do wonder. I feel like it's either going to end in her just completely submitting to Takuji and obviously losing more than she already has, or maybe it could end really badly. No matter what happens, I think she's going to be used. I think she might actually be used as a slut, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a really dark and it's just disgusting. Subarashiki is a very good story at showing the cruels of humanity, the extremes of it, and this shows the extreme of human emotions, really, how even a normal and sane person can go to this just with the right causes. I mean, obviously she's not the most strong-willed because of the fear. And then Takuji took exploitation of the vulnerability. Yeah, that was quite something. So yeah, see ya. Okay, right, we're back. So, yeah, now it's time to see just the extent of how odd everything is, because there are a lot of really weird situations that are happening at the moment. I really don't understand why people were thinking about the fact that Kiyokawa had something... I mean, obviously she had something wrong with her, but why she had something that was so wrong that she needed an ambulance called on her. I really want to come to the bottom of that mystery, because I don't get it. I really don't. Hang on a second. Oh shit, there's a few things I've forgotten to do. Hang on. There we are now, everything's sorted. Oh my god, I love this BGM. I've been listening to it for the time in which I've spent setting up, and I've really enjoyed it. I think this is very strong BGM, if I'm going to be honest, because I think it really just highlights the action and the intensity, and if anything... Well, it really just feels like a very intense and action-packed soundtrack, which I think is so fitting, because let's be honest, right now we are seeing spiraling of somebody's life, somebody who had ambitions, who had a goal, a meaning, a purpose in life, and just seeing the entirety of that being taken away from them. I mean, of course it makes sense for something this I won't really say action-packed, but intense and cinematic, if anything. Right. Okay. Finally, I can play. So, oh my god, yeah. I really do wonder what was happening here. I do wonder. Yeah, but isn't it interesting to think about the fact that she is so, she has such a dependence to see Takuji, and I mean, let's be honest, she has done this much, and she has completely destroyed the entirety of not only her future, but also her mental state, and obviously the futures of people around her as well. She has done so much just so that she can gain the approval of this one person. It does make sense that she would do anything, even now, especially after she's made the moves. Hang on, another thing. What an ironic quote. Yeah, salvation, isn't that interesting? Yeah, and that's also an interesting way of looking at it. Isn't it interesting that just the fact that you view everybody around you who is in the society, that you're not the incomplete society, as somebody who is out to get you? Yeah. It is very odd, it really is. I see, you've thrown away not just your life as a teacher, but also your right to be a daughter. Yeah, or even a human. No, I totally agree, yeah. Yes, I threw everything away. You totally did, yeah. Oh, Jesus. You've thrown away your humanity and become a beast. Yeah, isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that, I mean, she hasn't quite literally become a beast, but it's metaphorical. I mean, if anything, ironically, like a beast, she doesn't exactly have clothes, the things that define humans. I suppose from all of the other members of the animal kingdom, if you like. You've thrown away your humanity and become a beast. Next you should... Alright, please become an object. An object? Yeah. This is getting really ugly, he was about to say, even though it is already one of the most dire situations that could ever have happened. This is the worst case scenario. There is nothing worse. Fear changes people. Just look at Kiyokawa. Lower yourself to being a mere object. What? Isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that Takuji is totally taking advantage of Kiyokawa, the one who has had to do, well, the one who he feels because of the fact that she is spreading the knowledge and making it so that people were informed of the society they're enslaved to. I mean, yeah. As a result of that, now that she's actually atoned and completely ruined everything. Yeah, she's just got to ruin more, doesn't she? Become my chair. Help me when I want to sit. Alright. Yeah, and of course she's not going to say no. Oh my god, she's actually doing it. That's so sad. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. No, my chair shouldn't be so filthy. Huh? It totally... Yeah, that's right. It shouldn't be dirty. This is a dirty thing. This is a dirty thing. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So is that how Takuji is referring to Asumi? I find it really quite funny to think about the fact that even though she has done all of this, there is no... Well, Takuji's reaction, it's just been like one of any normal human being, really. It's just that of disgust. I mean, you wanted to be saved by me, and you have done the most disgusting things you possibly could in order to be saved. So of course it's horrible. You may be quote-unquote saved, or at least that's the delusion you've given yourself, but yeah. It's funny just how unrewarding he is. I like that detail. My saviour? God. If I'm going to be honest, I mean, I get that obviously everything... Yeah, saviour, do you think you can address me with that filthy God, and he is just becoming a total bully. And if anything, actually, now that I think about it, he really is doing what a bully would do. Remember in Tsubasa's scene where, Tsubasa's crowd scene where obviously he was in Zakudo's uniform, he did the unspeakable. And then, as a result of the action that they had forced him to do, they treated him accordingly. But the only thing is, I mean, he was kind of in a situation that had no choice. I get that Kiyokawa was really scared and she had a shit ton of fear. But at the same time, she did have a choice. She did have an opportunity to back out, and yet she didn't. And that's her own fault. No matter how much fear she may have had, that is her own fault. Saviour, do you think you can address me with that filthy mouth? Huh? Huh? Nishimura. Oh god, Nishimura. Aye? No! Oh, I figured it out. Yes. Oh, please don't tell me Subarashiki Hibi has scat in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Make her into a toilet. A toilet? Oh, fucking hell. Yes, use her as a toilet. This is awful. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I think the only reason Takuji is doing this is because of the fact that she has made the move to go to something that deserves it. She may deserve to be thought of as a beast or an object, but actually treating her like one, that's just adding fire to fire. Yeah, and yeah, use her as a toy. What? The believers were rustling. Yeah, they're seeing how truly ugly and inhumane this is. The believers were rustling. It's understandable. After hearing that story, it would be hard to sit still. Yeah, totally. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Sure. So you're saying one of the most disgusting crimes in... Well, to be fair, this is the thing. Everybody is completely brainwashed by everything that Takuji has been saying, so I don't know whether it's hard or not. Maybe they've completely forgotten about how severely inhumane and immoral this is. Because of that mind control Takuji did with the literal purified drug that Megu had stolen. Especially for the male students. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. This filthy woman is well suited to be a tool for their use. Even he thinks that. That's impressive. Walking outside. To be honest, the thing about Takuji, even though his ideals are very, very backward, he is very composed. I mean, I'm sorry, but you cannot make a speech like he has done. And he's done it on multiple occasions as well, the speech, obviously. Well, no, you cannot make a speech and you cannot do such a good job to manipulate people like Kimika if you're not composed. He's just composed, it's just his ideals and everything is completely backward. Yeah. Walking around outside and nude is just madness. Yeah, totally. And that too, yeah. And I can see why Takuji would think that she is filthy. But then... No, I can't make that argument actually. No one told her to do that. I told her to throw her life away as a teacher. I told her to throw... I know, it's horrible. It's unbelievable. I told her to throw away her father. Yeah, seriously, but I didn't tell her to wander around the city naked, steal other people's possessions. No, not just steal them, destroy them as well. That bike was in too. Yeah, and commit very NSFW acts in public. Those were just sins. Those were just crimes. What the fuck is the logic here? So, he's saying that this is not a crime because... Oh, no, I get it now. This is not a crime for him because of the fact that the Saviour has instructed to do it. So as a result of that, the Saviour is the one who is superior. He is the one who has control over everything. If he says somebody should do something, it's the law. It's something that must happen. So I suppose, obviously, in the deluded little fantasy that's happening here, it's the case that she's getting penalised for not following Takuji's law. Well, she has followed Takuji's law. It's just that law doesn't necessarily equate with law on people on Earth. And, well, no, the law of humanity, basically. And the law of the civilization that most normal people would be following. Yeah, and isn't it interesting? This is one of those situations where you would do anything for someone else, so you try to exaggerate what you do. You go deeper and deeper, but you've already done what you needed to do. You're just making it worse for yourself. Maybe she would have been forgiven if she had just done what Takuji had instructed. Maybe not forgiven, actually, but she wouldn't be treated nearly as badly as she's going to be treated now. She's a sinner. A criminal. Yeah, and that's not only a criminal in human law, but also an offence and a person worthy of the label criminal in Takuji's world as well. She's a sinner, a criminal, the most sinful of people. Yeah. That's how all who call themselves teachers are. Yes, she's your toilet. Our toilet? What the genuine fuck? Fucking hell. From here on out, regardless of gender, anytime someone must use the bathroom, they must. Not they could, they must. Interesting, that. Fucking hell. Holy fucking shit. Understood. Oh, fucking hell. I did want to use the bathroom. Me too. Oh, Jesus. I'm first. Yeah, of course Nishimura is. Do it in the corner where the ventilation is good. God, this is disgusting. This is disgusting in every single level. I mean, yeah, like Takuji is saying, I get that she's obviously done crimes that are ridiculously awful, but does she deserve punishment that is equivalent to literal torture? Actually, I revise what I said. I'm just thinking about the severity of what she did. It's honestly a hard question to answer. Well, no, I'll tell you what she deserves. She deserves a prison sentence. She doesn't deserve torture and unreasonable and insane torture as well. This is insane what is happening to her. It is absolutely insane. But she doesn't deserve that. She deserves a prison sentence. She deserves justice. But then again, I suppose you could think because of the fact that she has made it so that she's completely disconnected from the human world of justice. She's in her own world and obviously in Takuji's world now of justice. So I suppose is the world that you have completely thrown your humanity away for something that, well, because you've thrown it away for this complete world, should you abide to the laws in this world as well? So maybe it could be justified like that, but it's still insane from a human world point of view. Do it in the corner where the ventilation is good. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God. To be honest, I don't know how I want to feel about this, because obviously, for the situation that's happening, I feel so bad for her. I really do. But at the same time, I don't, because of what she did to not only her father, but also her entire family. Kiyokawa was dragged along by several men. Several female students followed. Even women! Oh, Jesus. This is so disgusting. Oh, God. Oh, my fucking God. Right. Ugh. Jesus. Oh. I hate... This is why I really should never have read an eroge. Okay, you and me and her is tame, but this is... Oh, God. Ugh. This is just horrific. This is nothing short of horrific. But I wonder how it feels to be a toilet. Oh, God. I wonder how it feels to have your hair drenched in piss. Like you'd want a shower. She can endure what she herself has done to... Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it. The things that this woman held dear when she was a teacher. The symbols of an educator. Oh, fucking hell. What? Is it because part of education is telling people where to go to the toilet? Oh, God, I feel like I want to vomit. Oh, it makes logical sense, but... She must defile them herself. Yeah, I see that. The symbols will be defiled just like a toilet. God. This is just cruel. This is nothing but blatant cruelty. Yeah, like you would need a shower. That's how it would feel. Oh, God. I mean, to be fair, I won't deny that the analogy, it does make sense, but the fact that you are actually allowing this to happen... No, sorry. You are making this happen. It's sick. Yeah, but it is actually really quite funny now that I think about it, because the symbols of education, I mean, in a good country, they make people aspire to be good citizens. So I suppose you have to be as sick as you possibly can to break all of the symbols of education. Is it not perfectly fitting? The roll call, textbooks, notebooks, and other things she would have carried on her person when she was a teacher. I had them gather up anything like that. Oh no. Oh my God. I placed the gathered objects below her. Then I ordered her. Jesus fucking Christ. A great cheer went up. Oh my fucking God. This is despicable. She must have been holding it in for a while. Jesus. Someone said, no way can she be a teacher. Dude, the second she became a rapist, she couldn't become a teacher. Never mind now. I mean, this is just one of the many things that she's done. Jesus. Isn't it just disgusting how everybody is allowing this to happen, by the way? Can I just mention that? Nobody is objecting. But that's what fear does to people. It really, really brainwashes them. Someone replied, I doubt she can even be human again now. Oh yeah, totally reasonable, yeah. Yeah. Gleefully, she's covered in piss and she pissed all over the roll call. What is a roll call? We don't have this. A web-based service to track physical or virtual attendance for any classroom. Oh, I wouldn't assume this is web-based, but yeah. Right. Doesn't really have much correlation. I'd assume roll call is just a weird way of saying attendance tracker. It doesn't matter. It's not worth getting excited over. Does it really make you that happy? Is it such a wonderful event? No, it makes me disgusted and it makes me terrified. It really does. Incomprehensible. Discommunication. I can't understand lower life forms at all. Yeah, there. Oh, fucking hell. Some of them were pulling down their Is that even something that Takuji didn't want? Well, to be fair, it's not something that they asked. That he asked for. Are they thinking of fucking it? Are you all thinking of fucking a toilet? That's not a human being, that's a toilet. Do you know what I fucking hate about this? And what I think the writers did deliberately here? They tried to make Takuji just in such an occasional time have logic that's fully correct. This, for example, I have logic that's fully correct. This, for example, I think it could genuinely be reasonable if you obviously subtracted all the cruelty from it. This person is the embodiment of lust. You can't let yourself be attracted by lust, because if you are, it will just create worse situations in the future. And I think what he's saying here is totally reasonable. Obviously, let me just make myself clear, it's reasonable if, obviously, it's less cruel. I think it's too cruel to be reasonable at the moment, but the overall message is reasonable if you ask me. You know something's insane when even Takuji feels it's mad. That's just madness. Madness is a sin. You're insane, but okay. Insane people aren't pure men and women. They're bad people. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And yeah. Bad enough to get arrested by the police. Yeah. Well, yeah, reasonable, yeah. If you try to fuck a toilet, a police officer will arrest you. Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose if you try to fuck somebody who is just fucking you for lust. I mean, there are many occasions where it could possibly work, but I suppose if you're doing it where Kiyokawa will probably have it with you, i.e. in public, yeah, sure, you will get arrested. These people are nothing more than shit. Do I need to save these people? Yeah, that's interesting. Doubt. Save dung beetles. Doubt. No. Absolutely not. Salvation. This is interesting. Doubt itself is nonsense. Nonsense. Huh. That's right. That's exactly right. In the end, that's all they are. Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, that's why I have to save them. That's why I have to help them. Yes, it is because of their foolishness that I must save them. I must save even Kiyokawa. I must help them. That took a real turn I wasn't expecting. But what about Kagami? How does she fit into the picture? Because she was somebody who was treated as a total object. I mean, obviously she was the person who had always creeped Takuji out, and same for Tsukasa. Always had a really bad impression of those two, but yeah. He's had a horrible impression of all these bullies, and yet he's able to save them. But I suppose, obviously, that's because of the fact that he wanted to get his cult having the most significance possible. Yeah, I must save even Kiyokawa. I must help them. That's what it means to be the saviour. Yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah, the pitiful people. The foolish people. That is the reason why you all live in bliss. That is the reason why you all have been blessed. Your cursed lives are blessed because of the depth of your sin. Maybe I'm getting a bit tired. Yeah, fair. I want to get away from this meaningless party. I feel like I want to be alone. Oh shit, so is he... Oh my god, has he just left Kiyokawa there? He's not even done anything to disband it, no matter how much talking you were doing about saving everybody. My god. Weird. This is written so well, I think. I really am invested. God, it's just so awful. The utmost humiliation. Yeah, but isn't it interesting? Yeah, the fact that these people were laughing and they're finding it funny. Nobody sees just how truly sick this situation is. Nobody truly sees how awful what is happening is. No matter what Kiyokawa has done, this is something that is horrible. What Takuji is doing, this humiliation and forced actions as well, they are awful. Yeah, but isn't it interesting that Takuji feels as if he is so composed that he can refer to insane... Well, no, that's the thing. Takuji's ideals are really, really twisted, but he is composed and he is sane. I think he's just incredibly evil. He is just incredibly evil. But it fully makes sense just because of everything that has gone on with his life and also his upbringing and, well, to be honest, bullying upbringing and... also isolation. Those are probably really good causes. Also Ayana, but let's not go there. And Didudu, causing his confidence to become the saviour. Yeah, I love this though, yeah. You can't let yourself be aroused by... Well, you can't let your judgment clouded and become clouded, and you can't be drunk on the temptation of sex, let's be honest here. Yeah, but I just find it interesting that Takuji is the cause of her insanity, let's be honest here. But the only thing is, this is the problem. The reason why she is insane is not because of what Takuji asked her to do. It's because of her euphoria and how the more she did it, even though it was a completely insane thing to do, she started enjoying it more and more. She didn't feel it was a horrible event that she had to get over with. No. She felt euphoria and she felt joy and she wanted to carry on again. That's why she's insane. If she hadn't, and if she didn't get carried away, or if she didn't do it whatsoever, actually, Takagi never would have treated her like that. Yeah, God, you can tell how stressed he feels. Yeah, but it's just so interesting to think about the fact that he laments on the fact that they are completely disgusting, but then he uses that disgust in order to realise a problem that he must do something about. Yeah, but that's so interesting to think about the fact that these people, because of the fact that they have such twisted ideals and views, and they are in general horrible people, because of the fact that they are looking at this person and they are not thinking that this is something unacceptable that should never happen. They're not disgusted, they're enthusiastic, and they see something that they would want to fuck. I mean, it really just shows. I mean, they think they get that pleasure because of the fact that they are sinful and bad people. So I can kind of see what he's saying. But also he's been blessed. They've been blessed because of their flaws, because they need to be saved. It is a meaningless party, I totally agree. What are you actually doing? The speech has happened. Why does everybody need to be there? He's communicated what he wanted to communicate. What's the point of anything else now? I return to my place, alone. I return to my place, alone, to my room. Here we go. I stuck up the poster Tachibana bought. The icon of the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. It was a proper icon drawn by the right illustrator. Are we going to see it? What? She was here? Hang on a second, I'm actually really quite surprised to know that Kimika knows about the fact that we have a completely secret room here. It shows a very, very big amount of devotion from Kimika to us. How is it, my saviour? Whoa! That's really creepy. She is that girl who will do anything for her master and who is completely obsessed. Oh, fucking hell. I've just thought of something. This is really like Zakuro in episode 1. She would do anything for Yuki. She would do anything to spend time with Yuki. She would do anything to not only spend time with her, but gain her approval. And in the end, it was because of the fact that... Oh, wait. So I think it was because of the fact that this was all an effort in order to get Yuki to follow the right choice and follow the right path. The one that accepted Zakuro as the person who would be... as the person who would be with her to witness the end sky and obviously to go back to reality with, really. Yeah, I do wonder if that's the case here, because when we see the Tsui no Sora, ironically, Kimika is killed. I don't know if Takuji does it. I forgot if Takuji did it or not. Wait, I'll see if I can find it because it is relevant. Okay, I did not expect this. This is Yasuko, not Kimika. I always thought it was Kimika who was here. But no. That's really surprising. I love that evil CG with Ayana. Oh my god, yeah. I remember this. Do we have audio on this? I don't know. It's not really that important, but yeah, never mind what I said then. That point is kind of refuted. Why are you standing behind me? How about we ask the question of why the fuck has she not only stalked Takuji, but at the same time, why does she know about this place? Takuji has invited nobody here. Wait, is that right? I swear there was a scene. So that... No, wait. No, I don't think that's correct. No, I think we've never seen him. I've never seen anybody else apart from Zakuro, who isn't Takuji here. So that I can make sure I got the right icon. Hori no Guchi is, pretty good, huh? You know about that stuff. Yes, I do. I'm a disgusting nerd after all. Yeah, fair enough. No one will call a girl like you a nerd. No, tons of people. I'm surprised. I love that. You're not fat or ugly. You can't be a nerd. Exactly. Yeah, totally. Though I guess none of that matters when you're being bullied. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's such an unhealthy culture, really. It's just the culture of constantly trying to improve your look so that you feel as if you look perfect and everybody else around you looks perfect, and becoming so self-conscious. Rather, the cuter girls are insulted about their looks more often than the ugly ones. But that's probably just jealousy. Yeah, but it still does just the amount of damage bullying does. Yes, it was a good choice, right? Oh, it is a nice picture. Well, that's that. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, should I let them start the orgy? Oh, for Nishimura. Oh, Jesus. Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it was a promise. So let them do it as much as they want. Well then, I'll get that threesomes right. Jesus. And are others allowed to join in?
なんだ、お前参加したいのか。
What, do you want to participate?
冗談でもないぞ、救世主様。
Mutiny? I'll hit you the next time you make a joke like that, Moise. She is a proper fucking maniac. Yeah, but isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that... No, actually, that's a really good point. So, it's really quite ironic that she has just suddenly got into... Well, no, to be fair, I suppose Kimika was the first person we had converted, if you like. So it kind of does make sense that she is our disciple. Because that's what she is. It's as if she has had power over everybody. It's odd that it's a hierarchical system, but it feels like it. I'll hit you the next time you make a joke like that, my savior. Seriously, yeah. You're rather disrespectful to someone you're calling your savior. Ah, yes. I'm your savior, but fuck you. I'm gonna beat you up if... I don't know if there's something that's bad. You're rather disrespectful to someone you're calling your savior. But that was awfully rude of you just now. How was that rude? You're about to go make Akasaka and Kitami do it, right? Yeah, you're going to make them do it. Isn't that disgusting? And it's just a total reinforcement of the idea of the fact that these are lower life forms. That's what these people feel. How was that rude? You're about to go make Akasaka and Kitami do it, right? Yeah. Yes, because those are your orders, my savior. There is something that is incredibly ugly about Kimika. And I do find it really quite funny to think about the fact that she may have been a nerd. Maybe she's got a really, really big interest in something. Something that, I don't know, I mean, it depends on what it is, obviously, but it should be accepted, not bullied for. And obviously she's been somebody like Takuji, who has been really badly scarred by bullying. I just seriously wonder what has gone on with her, because there are so many unusual things about her, and I thought at first there were some things that maybe Takuji had imagined because he was paranoid, like for example what was in her right hand, and also yeah, that was the main example, but there were some odd facial expression changes as well, but yeah, I was always suspicious about her, but no, she just genuinely wants so much to... Well, for the best, for our best possible situation, really. Yes, because those are your orders, my savior. Oh god, that's awful. Oh really? Then what if I ordered you to join in? Oh! Yep, somebody has reasonable taste. Yeah, you don't want to fuck the scum of the earth. Yeah, just for the same reason that Takuji was getting mad about everybody fucking toilets. Quote unquote, metaphorical toilets. Metaphorical toilets. I never thought I'd be saying those two words together. If you told me 4 years ago that I would be saying that in a video, I don't even know what I'd say. I would absolutely refuse. It's the Saviour's order. She's totally getting teased. No, wait, is she actually going to do it? What? That's really unusual. How stone cold and, if you ask me, robotic does she say that? If you ever give me a joke order like that, I won't obey. So please just kill me instead. What? I am the Saviour's servant. I will obey your orders, but if they're just meaningless jokes like that, I would rather be killed immediately. That's so odd. What's up with her? Agreed, what is up with her? Yeah. Yeah, why is she so insanely devoted? I mean, I get that obviously Takuji is somebody who is very, very significant. But, I mean, why is it the case that she has been completely manipulated from somebody who is doubtful and scared? She just went from somebody who was doubtful and scared about what was happening with regards to Zakuro. Oh, no, but I always need to remember, she's always been spreading the rumours of Zakuro's curse. But the only thing is, that's really weird. So she's been spreading the rumours of Zakuro's curse beforehand, and yet to Takuji at first, she seemed like she was really provoked and really vulnerable and scared. Maybe that was all an act, and maybe she is just someone who's incredibly sick. I think that might be likely. So I think she was testing Takuji at first. I thought I had completely broken her will and turned her into a believer. But what's this she's saying?
救世主としての仕事の手伝いはするが、戯れには付き合わないと。
I see. So, you'll help me accomplish my role as the savior, but you won't play along with any jokes.
はい。戯れでしたら殺してくださいませ、救世主様。
Yes, if it's a joke, then please kill me, my savior. Yeah. At first, I thought she was just a peasant who ran to me out of fear. It's weird. That's what her actions made me believe. Totally reasonable, yeah. But she also did a lot of things that made me feel uneasy. Yeah, totally. Her eyes when we first met. That's interesting. We know from episode 2 that Takuji potentially survives. We don't know whether he fully survives or not. Maybe it's the case that Kimika kills us. Was that really the intent to kill someone that I saw in her eyes? That's very unusual. Yeah, why would she try to kill me? If that was a front, then that would back it up. Yeah, that's key. Is it the laser? That really bright? I don't know. Could you call it a monochromatic light? I don't know if monochromatic lights only produce red light. I mean, monochromatic would imply like one colour, but I don't know if they produce white light. Wait, I'm gonna check.
What? さすがですね、救世主様。
Let's see if we can find anything. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So white is not monochromatic. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because white's blend of all of the wavelengths within visible light. That does make sense, yeah. But I suppose you could call, I don't know, a red pen, laser pen monochromatic because it is a single wavelength. I thought that was the case, but I just kind of wanted to make sure. Because it could either be monochromatic in terms of how it's output, because it only outputs one colour, which is white, or it could be monochromatic in terms of how the colour is made, i.e. only one wavelength of, well, visible light, really. Oh, your eyes are as sharp as ever, my saviour. Show it to me. And that's an order, that's not a joke. Alright, if that's an order. Oh, that's really odd. That totally fits. That's very interesting. Tachibana pulled a knife out of her pocket. It was pretty big. It could easily kill someone. I mean, I get that she was bullied and everything, but this doesn't really excuse carrying a knife. Why is that the case? Is there something really wrong with her in terms of derangement? Or is she a psycho? Or what? It was pretty big. It could easily kill someone. What is this? Made in Italy, apparently. Jesus Christ, why do you sound so knowledgeable about this? This is a bit odd. Oh, this is an extrema ratio BF2 Technical Tanto. I just want to hear how long that sounds in Japanese.
これですね。エストライマラティオ BF2 タクティカル担当です。かっこいいでしょ？
Tactical Tanto. Isn't it
いや
cool?
知らんけど。というか
Exactly, yeah.
思いっきり警察に捕まるレベルの刃渡りだろう。
I don't know anything about it, but you get arrested for something, for having something like this on you.
あ、それ結構大丈夫です。私みたいな女の子が持ってるとか思わないから。
Well, then again, what if you get into an incident? That's an incredibly childish and immature way of thinking about it, if you ask me. Yeah, this is odd. Isn't it ironic to think about the fact that Nishimura, he treated human beings so awful, and, for example, with Takuji, he treated him like he wasn't a human, in terms of, obviously, what he did in that H scene with Numada. And, my point about this is the fact that, it's as if he's getting rewards for treating people inhumane. Because beforehand, in the world of the incomplete world, he was the person who had broken all of the boundaries, who had broken all of the rules. So now it's as if he's getting rewarded by reducing people and reducing the amount of humanity they have. It's so sick. It seriously is ugly. Yeah, very violent tendencies. I mean, I get that this is a joke, but at the same time, it is a bit odd to joke about something like that. Yeah, it is interesting, that. And it's interesting how little of a desire she has to live, how intertwined her life is with serving Takuji. Why? That's my question. Yeah, that's interesting. I do wonder if this is going to be one of the lines in the visual novel that ages the absolute worst. God, and it was a big knife as well, not just a small army knife or a pen knife or something. No. Wow. Very concerning. I find it so funny how enthusiastic she says about this. She says anything about it? Oh, I'm fine there. They would never imagine a girl like me would be carrying this.
それは大丈夫とは言わない。
Seriously, yeah.
それで
Yeah, why is she carrying it
なん
around?
でそんなものを持ち歩いているんだお前。
I wouldn't call that fine. And why are you carrying this around?
乙女のたしなみ
It's a maiden's hot. What the fuck?
そんな乙女のたしなみはない。危ないから没収する。
Reasonable, yeah. No maiden has a hobby like that. This is dangerous, so I'm confiscating it. If anything, a maiden, doesn't that imply a pure person? I mean, a pure person also having something that is used to cut things up and murder. Right.
お小遣い貯めて超頑張って買ったのに
God. Huh? It took me forever to save up my allowance and buy it.
なんでそんなに頑張ってまでこんなも
But
の
seriously, why would she spend such a commitment on a knife? I mean, what exactly does she use it for? Why would you want something like this that
好
badly?
きなアニメの主人公が使ってたんですよ。そんで私もう欲しくてたまらずにお小遣い貯めて買いました。
You have got to be kidding me. Okay, I can totally see what people would say, why people would say she is a nerd now. What the fuck? The main character in my favourite anime used one of these. I wanted one so bad that I couldn't stand it, so I saved up my allowance and bought it. Dude, you are literally committing knife crime. I don't care that your favourite anime character said that. I mean, my god, if my favourite anime... No, let's think of an example. Right, think Umineko weapons. There's a whole bunch of things. Okay, Umineko spoiler, episode 2 spoiler in particular. But my god, if I wanted a killer goat fiend and I somehow advanced genetic engineering by like 50 to 100 years, or maybe even more, I just suddenly make a goat because my favourite visual novel character has that. It could still kill people if I instructed it to. Yeah, it's a bit deadly, not very legal.
ふん既得な
That's commendable. I'm impressed that Takuji's... To be fair, he's seeing the effort that Kimika must have put into this. Not the fact that it's incredibly sad. No, he's seeing the effort, which I think is reasonable. That's commendable. Exactly, though. I mean, I'm sorry, but I get that your favourite anime character used this knife, but at the same time, are you really that desperate? Why are you carrying around a knife? And why are you using the knife around the time where Senagawa was killed? So this is what she was hiding in her right hand back then. What was she planning on doing with it? Yeah. You're kind of scowling at me. Can't you trust me? No! Oh, there's a bit of a discrepancy that shouldn't be left neglected, if you ask me. I do really wonder what's going to happen at the end of this episode, where Takuji kills himself, and he looks at Yuki. She's solved this mystery, and that's the only thing left for him. What was he thinking when doing that? Well, whatever. Do as you please. I'm the saviour. Someone like you couldn't hurt me anyway, so I won't confiscate your knife. But to be honest, I don't think he's incredibly delirious. I think this is genuinely the case. Dude, when are we going to see Ayana's explanation? Because let's be honest, I don't feel anyone else could have powers apart from Ayana that would help Takuji. I really don't. Isn't that really ironic to think about the fact that he only thinks about himself? Totally, yeah. You don't trust me, huh?
信用以外の問題もあるだろう。こんなごっついナイフ。もしお前が西村たちと一緒に行ってたら。
Whether I trust you isn't the only problem. With this knife, if you had gone along with Nishimura and the others. Actually, yeah, that is a really good point. Yeah. Yes, I would have stabbed the Yakuza to death. You know.
だって救世主様の計画の障害はこれはどんな方法をもっても排除する。それがしもべ道というものなんです。
You are so mentally unstable, let's be honest here. But I would try to eliminate anyone that got in the way of your plan, no matter what I had to do. Fucking hell. That's my job as your servant.
そんな道ないだろう。
Yeah, and I mean, it's gone to the point where Takuji has gone she has become so devoted to Takuji that even Takuji himself is thinking that it's absurd that this amount of support is being given to him. And I think that's a really hilarious way of seeing it, really. You don't need to do that.
好きにしろ。それよりとりあえず箱舟の連中の様子
Whatever, do as you please. More importantly, watch over the people in the ark for me. Oh, Jesus. Why does she want to know? Alright, leave it to me. By the way, do you mind if I let them start the something? I don't mind, but why?
異常空間の維持って大切だと思いませんか？それと絶対的な睡眠不足。これも大事だと思います。
Isn't that interesting? Don't you think it's important to maintain an irregular atmosphere so that we can control the believers' hearts? And sleep deprivation, that's important too.
一理あるな。
Sleep deprivation is definitely good because obviously people will be more instinctive and they will have less thinking capacity if they are really, really tired. Well, I mean, some of these people, if they are sleep deprived, they'll probably just instinctively think about doing whatever stimulates them the most. So I suppose in this situation it could possibly change results. But also that's really interesting. So I suppose you can control the believers' hearts because... Well, by irregular atmosphere, just an atmosphere that everything is doomed by a force that is not known and that it's so hard to actually interpret everything that's going on. I want to have a reminder, what did Kimika do when Megu and Nishimura and, well, no, Megu and Satoko were there getting all of those, well, getting hundreds of thousands of pounds of drugs worth, money's worth of drugs and completely stealing them. Yeah, and isn't it interesting? You say that so casually and so much of a stone cold manner as well. I just wonder what has caused this and why does she bat an eyelid? Why is it the fact that Takagi feels as if he has seen the intent to kill in her eyes when they first met? That's really odd. Oh, wait, no, hang on a second. She bought the Mahou Shoujo Riruru poster, right? Yeah. And isn't it really quite funny to think about the fact that even though there are... Well, it's just so funny that these people themselves, even they realise just how much this cult is reliant on manipulation. They're not the people who are totally clouded by their faiths and they think this manipulation is justified. No, they know they are manipulating people fully. You have a good point. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell, that's disgusting. They won't have time to think during... Yeah, that. They won't even have time to sleep. We also have your drugs, so we should be able to create a situation like that. Fucking hell, you're actually going along with this? Well, I guess so. Isn't it interesting, this? I mean, it just screams suspicion. It really, really does. Maybe her oddly dedicated devotion to us stems from something here. Also, I really do wonder, why was she spreading rumours about the end of the world before it was going on? Before she was a disciple of us. I don't get that. I don't get it at all. Do you mind leaving it to me? Watching over the believers, huh? Jesus Christ. what the genuine fuck has happened to her? Why is it the case that there are so many out of character and weird and just illogical changes that are going on thanks to Takuji's cult, really? I mean, obviously we've had Kiyokawa. Kiyokawa is Kiyokawa. But at the same time, Kimika as well. I mean, yeah, let's just read this. Yes, if there's any unrest or if you start to feel like you don't trust me, then please kill me immediately. I don't mind if you kill me with the curse or with your own hands. And this was from a person who was really, really upset and scared about what would happen to her with regards to the curse. I mean, it's so odd and it's wrong. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Hello, everybody.
Ah, そうだ、そういう意味でしたら。
It is really weird, this. Oh wait, if that's what you mean. Oh, that's weird. Tachibana held the handle of the knife out to me, even though she had so adamantly refused to hand it over before.
これ使ってください。切れ味抜群ですから。
Please use this. It's very sharp, isn't that interesting?
僕は救世主だ。
Yeah.
こんなもの使わなくてもお前ぐらい瞬時に殺せる。
I'm the savior. I could kill you in an instant without a weapon.
はいはい、それはよくわかってます。でも何があるかわかりませんから持っていてください。
Alright, I understand that, but please hold on to it. You don't know what might happen. Yeah, somebody else might somehow steal it because of the fact that they have unveiled the disguise of Takuji's room. I mean, I get that nobody knows about Takuji's room and obviously the foundations for the new school building. It's a very spacious area, but I can't deny that there is still risk. Very, very unlikely risk, but still risk. We know that I think a force beyond Takuji's knowledge is interfering with the plot. My evidence? Why was Kiyokawa not injured whatsoever when she fell off her bike at velocities that were really fucking high? And also, when she'd quite literally done a somersault, that would have hurt her. She should have broken a bone. She didn't. Nothing happened. I really, really feel like someone is intervening with the plot. Like Ayana said, no, like Kagami said in that argument with Takuji and Kagami, and also Ayana being the spectator, we know nothing. And I can genuinely see why. This is only, well, it's my own invention. How much of it is your own invention? Alright, I understand that, but please hold on to it. You don't know what might happen.
まあ分かった。
Her expression is so funny. Well, alright.
じゃ、私はこれで失礼します。
Well, I'll be going then.
あ、
Sure. Tachibana Kimika. Honestly, I don't understand her. Who does? Let's be honest here. Yeah, but isn't it interesting to think about the fact that she is proving that she really, really will do anything in order to gain our trust. For example, here, what has happened is she has done so much that beforehand, she would never want to hand over the knife just because of the fact that it's something that's personal to her. It's something that she has so much investment emotionally into. But the only thing is, at the same time, in the end, because she realised it was making our trust of her decrease, she gave it to us. It's weird. Her actions entirely revolve around our approval, but why? Imagine if this is just some sort of really twisted love story. I can't completely trust her, but she still could prove to be useful. There shouldn't be any problems if I leave it to her. Famous last words, in my opinion. I looked at the poster Tachibana picked out. The icon of the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. It really is a nice picture. Oh my god, I want to see it! Oh, yeah, makes sense now. Yeah. With this, she will have her normal form the next time we meet. No. So Takagi isn't just getting a poster so that he can hang out in his room. No, everything is just so odd that it's the case that he's doing this so that a magical girl can appear. I love how odd Subarashiki is. And when I say that, I seriously mean it with everything. This story is fucking weird. But that's why it's good. It's the weirdest and most ambiguous story I've ever read. I'm not even joking. Umineko doesn't even come close. Now that I think of it. Yes. Riruru-chan said her father would descend upon the earth tonight. That's really weird, yeah. Riruru-chan's father. The existence called God. An existence far beyond human recognition. I know, it's really weird that. Is it just Ayana? Ayana's not exactly a man. What am I saying? I mean, existence called God? Why do you necessarily know that God is a man? Maybe it could be Ayana. But I don't know, that's just a ridiculous argument. Who is going to be a really powerful entity in this story who is male? We've only seen a female powerful entity, which is Ayana. And maybe Zakuro? Judging by the fact that a literal world was made for us to maintain our dream and our distraction from reality. Tonight I will meet with God. I wonder what God looks like. Yeah, it's not exactly something that we can know. No human can know it. They say God made humans in his image, so maybe he looks like a human? Imagine if he didn't. Imagine if this is just some sort of random creative mind who has just made the ideal. He's made the ideal and then he's programmed the entire body to work based on that ideal. Maybe I should head to the roof. I love this. I just find it so funny that this is a daily occurrence and that you can just say something that is so insanely backward from reality and logic, but it actually makes sense. I just think that is so funny. Last night I met another metaphysical existence on the roof. Right, important. What actually is the full textbook definition of metaphysical? Oh my fucking god. Dude, metaphysical. I will just show you how much this pisses me off. Dude, I want to learn what these words mean. I want a full definition. Why? That's of lapis lazuli. What? Okay, I'm interested. Dude, I literally have Heikeisha's theme from Toho in my head right now. Because I was playing 15th game's extra stage. Oh my god, I've got to read this. I'll read that in a second. Alright, I see. That's actually a really unusual way of saying it. So basically, the metaphysical beings that are existing, they are relating to the part of philosophy that is about understanding existence or knowledge. So that implies that they aren't beings who are genuinely existing, they are just beings who have an emphasis on understanding knowledge. They're literally just there to make a point. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not a real existence is what I'm trying to... Right, this is going to be quite interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Weird. Oh god, this looks like a real rabbit hole. Oh right, I missed this. Oh right. Odd. Yeah, that is interesting. Last night I met another metaphysical existence, and isn't it interesting that he can deny what he is seeing as what is reality? It's as if it is something that questions your view of reality, really. Last night I met another metaphysical existence on the roof. There might be something there today too, in the closest place to the sky. Yeah, I agree. The father himself that Riduru-chan spoke of. Would I be able to meet with that existence? You should, yeah. I guess I should go see. And isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting to think about the fact that the existence of Riduru and the Battle of Riduru, it was as if a test was happening. War was going on. Carnage was emerging from the sky. But the only thing is, obviously, Riduru had been completely dismembered and her body parts were everywhere. Yet Takuji could get all of those body parts and bring them back to life. It was a test to see the supernatural power he had. And it's just really, really unusual to think about the fact that spirit is a thing that is really significant with Riduru. She's not in the same body, and yet she still has the exact same amount of emotions that the normal Riduru would have. That ladder, a ladder that runs all the way down into the foundation. For some reason, this is connected to a ventilation duct on the building C rooftop. Oh, I see. So, yeah. I climbed the I climbed the ladder directly to the sky. What waits for me in today's sky? Yeah, that's going to be really quite something. There's no wind. There's no
何
wind.
もないし
Oh, yeah, that's really interesting. There's nothing. I don't feel anything. When I came out onto the roof, it felt perfectly normal. Oh my god, that scared me. That was so unusual and so sudden that I just kind of abandoned my sense of security for a second. Isn't it interesting that being on the roof, you're feeling nothing and yet it's normal? The bell was that 21 to 12? The bell.
金
Why this time? The bell? I was dumbfounded at the sight of the... Hang on a second, so he can see what we are seeing. Where is the clock? I don't really understand why there is a random clock on a rooftop that's working as well, can I mention? I was dumbfounded at the sight of the clock. Oh, damn. It was 11:38. It looked like... Oh, wait, no. I don't know. If anything, this is a really weird clock. Why are there only 3? There should be 4 of these little lines here. And it's also really weird because there's... Yeah. This is really weird. Why are there bold lines that mark the time of every clock here? Look, all of the big numbers are marked with bold lines here. And yet where 8 is, it's as if it's faded away. And also there is a pattern that is following, that's prominent in every other interval apart from here. Because there should be one more of these mini lines and there should be a bold line that's here. That's odd. So I just said that it was 21 too because I just assumed that the pattern was the same. I don't know if that's significant or not, but that's really funny if it is. The time was 11:38. Why would the bell ring at this time? Exactly, yeah. To announce an existence, maybe? Why? Oh, that's weird.
なんだこれ
What is this?
頭が割れそうだなんだこれ
What the fuck is this soundtrack? This is terrifying. What does it sound familiar? No, it doesn't sound familiar at all. It sounds really scary though. What is this? My head. My head feels like it's going to split in 2. It's as if 2 realities are overlaying. What is this? What is it? Uh-huh. Oh my god! Who the fuck is that?
目の前が
What the fuck?
目の前でなんだこれ
Oh, look at that face!
扉が
This is odd.
扉の向こうは
This feels like a drawing of somebody who is... I don't know, just... It looks like a child's drawing, if anything. It looks like the drawing of somebody who would be in an asylum or something. It just looks so odd and wrong. I mean, obviously the face, the window that's in such a lack of proportion, the door with obviously really weird outline. Yeah, what is this? There's a sea. There is a sea. I can kind of see that.
何
And what's on the far side of the
あ
sea?
れは電線
Yeah, exactly.
送電線?
Yeah. Are those power
海
lines?
の向こうに送電線が続く何を届けるための送電線なんだ
The power lines continue beyond the sea. What are those power lines transmitting?
なんでここからの
Exactly. Yeah.
窓なんだ
Why is the scenery from here a window?
窓の向こうはやたら明るくて青くて青くてどこまでも青くて
Through the window, it's so bright. Blue, azure, it's all blue.
壁は白くて全く白くて とても白くて不安しかなくて。
White walls, totally white, so white that there's nothing but anxiety, There's nothing but...
白い部屋が怖い。
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, the white room is scary. It feels wrong. Blue sea is scary.
ここには安心できる恐怖しかない。
Here, there's nothing but relieving fear. Even the sea that's promising happiness is scary. I like that.
安心して心が壊れていく。綺麗な青、綺麗な白。安心して受け入れられる恐怖はとても綺麗な香りをさせている。ここは境界線。
This is the boundary.
境界線の波間から
Oh, that's
聞
weird.
こえるギチギチよ。
Let me guess. Otonashi ayana. I can hear something creaking between the boundaries
安
waves.
心して聞けるギチギチよ。すごく脳に響きするけど安心だ。
I can lose myself in the creaks. They resound in my brain like... But I don't worry. Oh!
恐怖は安全なものだと
Huh?
純白だ。
It was this. It's like a mother and a child. What? This is odd. Fear is safety. It's pure.
安全なものほど美しい青い壁面の空をしている。
It's safety. There's a beautiful blue wall of sky.
密閉された空は安心し
Oh,
て
that's weird.
僕らを覆い隠す。
The airtight sky is relieved as it conceals us.
覆い隠された青は白い窓から綺麗な風景を覗かせる。
The concealed blue catches a glimpse of the beautiful scenery through the white window.
神々がいるとしたらこんな綺麗な白い壁と青い光に満ち溢れているのだろう。
If gods exist, they must be overflowing with this beautiful white wall and blue light.
「白い壁は光の聖母が手を広げる。
Within the white wall, the Virgin Mary spreads her
まるで天
arms
才が作り上げた光の聖域。
like a holy castle designed by a genius.
ロザリオの教会。天才マティスが見た。 聖なる空間
The Church of Rosaries, the holy place witnessed by the genius Matisse.
それが僕の全てを包み込む
It envelops my everything. Ooh. God exists. Right here. In the entire world. I see him in my mind. I looked upon God's visage. The form of the Holy Father. The Father of the Holy Kingdom. The laws of the universe harmonize order and chaos.
さあ
My God, yeah.
その姿を表したまえ
Now, God, reveal your form to me. What the fuck? Ow. My eyes. That's really weird. Packets of white took shape. Looks like it's a man. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Looks very skinny, very tall. Maybe are they wearing a hat? God, that was so weird back there. Packets of white took shape. They took the form of the ultimate existence. The Father himself. Father. What the fuck? This is weird. This is wrong. Bad. What? Big God's show. Making love to myself. Beautiful and outrageous. Wait, no, it's not outer space. What the fuck is this? This is terrifying. What the fuck was that? I'm speechless. I really am. I was expecting some sort of conversation, some sort of revealing conversation. That sounds a bit wrong. Some sort of informative conversation where we were going to see the true form of God. Maybe we were going to see the potential biggest part of the story. I wanted to see the face and then I was going to go. Never did I ever expect that. What the genuine fuck was that? Oh yeah. We're going to have a fun time analysing that tomorrow. That was weird. That was really, really weird. Everything felt wrong. Everything felt so unusual. Interesting that it was a character that we have never seen before. He never said anything to us. Just ... Yeah, that was very weird. That really was weird. Do we have any CGs? Oh, I know better than to go in the CG gallery. Okay, I know there wasn't any CGs in there. I just wanted to kind of check if there was anything I could maybe use to look at the scene again. I'll probably just refer to my previous video tomorrow. God, that was weird. That was a really heavy end to the day. I didn't expect that whatsoever. What a cliffhanger. What a bloody cliffhanger. I really do wonder what's going to happen. And I also wonder what's going to go on with Kimika as well. I mean, my God, there were so many things that were just unimaginably weird about Kimika. I do wonder how everything's going to get near to the ending. We have a few questions that obviously need to be answered. The questions of what the genuine hell was going on with Yuki's reality. Why was it the case that her reality was crossing over between the reality that she knows and the boundary world? What are those people that look like they're beings of a lower dimension? Are they other human beings or what? Or beings of higher dimensions? I don't know. But, yeah, I suppose also, a lot of questions about Takuji I still have, and I just really want to know everything that's going on with Uriru and Ayana, their true origins as well. God. Yeah, and obviously everything that's going to happen to Kiyokawa as well. Kiyokawa really is just the outlet of everything inhumane in this story. I just wonder how far they're going to go, if I'm going to be honest. And I wonder if there's ever going to be a restraint. Isn't it funny to think about the fact that Takuji, he did have the thoughts about stopping everything that was going on with Kiyokawa, because these people were deadly in terms of how damaged their minds are. Their minds are so awful, so the only thing he can do as the saviour is, well, as the title suggests, put their minds back to righteousness. But the only problem about that is the fact that he just then completely forgets about it. He prioritises his own needs over theirs. It shows that even though he has that ethic, he has a lack of ability and a lack of will to act on it because of just how low these people are. He doesn't have much of a motivation to do it. It's just a really interesting little thing I picked up. Anyway, yeah, that was a really cool day today. See you guys next time. See you for some weird bullshit that probably can't be explained. I mean... Okay, I'm sorry. When I say bullshit, it makes me feel negative. But crazy weird shit. Let's say that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. It's just, that was the first word that came to mind. But anyway, yeah, see you guys. Have a good one. Because, my God, I'm going to be excited to read this. I really will.